Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to the Preferably Biased podcast with, as always, it's me, Parker Brown, our co-host, Ryan Grimes, and our guest host, Taylor Zaruba.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Doing well.
What's going on?
Kind of under the weather.
Are you sick?
No. I just
Just depressed, or?
No. Just really hungover. My brother's going away party was last night.
Ooh.
Like everyone I know was there, and I woke up with all these like I've broken this toe before, so it feels like it's always been like my bad toe, but it's like really fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And like I got a giant bruise over here. My knee's cut up. And I got this cut on my hand. And
Wait, I'm gonna turn your mic up just slightly.
yeah. So I'm just a little beat up.
No, I feel you.
This was a good hangover cure. I had to get out. I had to get out and do something.
Yeah.
So wait, you don't know if you fell in the pool?
No, I did fall in the pool.
Okay.
It was just late in the night, and I don't really remember it that well.
Where's your brother going?
He's going to North Carolina or Raleigh.
Oh shit, for like work?
Some of his buddies live there, and he's moving in with them. He's working remotely. He's like keeping the job he has, but I think he hopes to find new work while he's there.
Oh. What does he do?
He is, I don't know, something with finance. He works for this company called Enterprise. They do like...
That sounds like the Vegas company. Yeah. He works for this company called Enterprise.
The insurance company?
No, not the...
Isn't that like a car rental company?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's not them. Yeah,
this
they
one's
do
with
low income housing, and he like sometimes he goes on the scene and like inspects the houses. But that's not really what he does. Stuff with numbers, spreadsheets.
It's getting real vague here.
Yeah,
Taylor.
that's because I really don't know what he does.
Yeah.
I always ask him like, "What do you do at work?" And like he will explain it, and I'm like, I still don't get it.
He's like Barney from what's that movie or that show?
Not Big
How I
Bang
Met Your
Theory.
Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
I just know that Barney character never tells him all what he's doing for the work.
Yeah, he's just like
please,
really vague.
Please. And then it ends up being some friggin' acronym. That's a great show, by the way. I don't.
It's very good.
I've only watched like the last season of it, which is probably the worst thing I could have possibly done. Yeah, I started in the last season.
That was pretty weird.
Started when everyone said it went
downhill.
terribly.
Yeah,
but he still liked
it. It's like saying,
yeah.
I started in the last season of Game of Thrones, and I gotta tell you, I did not see those plot twists coming.
First of all, I like the last season of Game of Thrones.
Go
I don't know
fuck
if
yourself.
Yeah,
Kill yourself.
Say go fuck myself.
Get a,
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
What did you guys not like about it?
I never really watched the show. I know that's like really weird, but like I watched the last few episodes and I thought it was cool, but having not seen anything else.
I watched the whole thing, and I don't know what you're bitching about, Parker. What's your main complaint?
So much of the stuff that was set up wasn't paid off. The pacing was ridiculously rushed.
That I'll agree with.
A lot of
that.
stuff just didn't make sense, and a lot of the dialogue went from like a gritty, realistic look at how these things would play out to like catchy one-liners and like people saying cool stuff at the end. Yeah. And people like only put up with season 7 because they thought it was like leading to this really great ending.
Right.
And since they didn't get that payoff, like now season 7 looks like shit too. Yeah. If you go back and watch it.
I always think about like I don't know that much about the show, but is her name Daenerys? She turns all bad.
Yep.
And I think like doing that, like if you go and rewatch early seasons and there's all these righteous moments where she was like the best, but it's sort of tainted now where it's like, oh yeah, she kills everyone and she becomes awful. I think like rewatching it, that would like affect.
Dude, like season 3 or something, she literally goes, I'm going to get there, I'm going to use these dragons, and I'm going to burn everyone alive. And then when she gets there, something like that, and then when she gets there, she burns everyone alive, and everyone wants to act like, oh my god, I can't believe.
So surprised. Yeah. Because she was a good guy.
I'm just not going to do this.
She's a good
It'd be too much energy. You're just so wrong.
You're so
wrong.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll give you two briefly. It's like, the biggest thing is just like the They told them they could have another season if they wanted. They told them they could have had more episodes if they wanted. And they defeat the Night King, a villain that has been built up for 7 seasons. They beat him in 1 episode. It's so incredibly rushed. You can just tell they had to just fucking sprint past like so much stuff to get the characters where they wanted them to be at the end. It was just horrible. Like Daenerys' whole turning evil thing, you could do it if you had another season, but I mean, she can't go from, you know, like she's a pretty good ruler, she does some ruthless stuff, to crazy, you know, genocidal monster in like 2 episodes.
Yeah. Alright, I can see where you're going with there.
If she, like, killed Cersei instead of, like, sparing her or something like that, or I don't know, did some small petty revenge or something, that'd be cool. To show, like, oh, maybe she isn't, maybe she's kind of like her, but just go straight to kill them all.
Was there anything to, like, provoke that change, or it just happened? Like, some traumatic event? Or
the writers wanted to do another show.
Okay,
that's about the only thing.
Basically, they're done with this show. But I feel like everyone was done with the show, too.
Yeah.
You mean like people on it? Or?
Like the people on it.
Okay.
A lot of them, because, I mean, they've been on that show for what, like 12 years or something like
12
that?
12 years? It's only been like 8 seasons.
Yeah.
That's 8 years.
It's like a season a year, right?
No.
No?
No.
Jesus, man, I'm going to die soon.
You sweet summer child.
I hate judging my lifespan right now by how long my favorite shows have been going on. Like, I guess
depressing.
Yeah, because when they end, like Breaking Bad, what was that? 5 seasons? That probably last about 6 years or so.
Yeah.
That's 6 years of my life that I just know went by now instead of like back in the day when I wasn't watching any of this shit.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was a kid, life went by so slow, and now every year that was, I don't know why, but it seems like it's going by quick. Like from 12 years old to 16 years old, that's like, was as long as 16 to 25. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, totally.
No, for sure.
No, that's what it's like for me, where it's like, I can't even remember the past 3 years. Nothing that, I can remember it, but it's just like nothing that eventful has happened. It just goes by. It's sort of like the summertime where, I don't know about you, but like the past 3 months of the summer, it just like flew by. But like the whole entire winter is like, I don't know, going by at a snail's pace.
Yeah, I think it's just because you're inside way more, not doing much shit in the winter.
Yeah.
I want it to be winter like nonstop.
What?
I love the winter, dude.
You love the winter?
Yeah, I might.
Winter's the worst.
I'm gonna move somewhere one day where it's just, I mean, not winter all the time, but where you get like good winters. I'm sick of this Maryland winter where it's like, oh, 2 inches of snow, and that's our winter this year.
I'm all Game of Thrones about it. Like, fuck, winter's coming. God damn it,
dude! I love that shit. And watch, I'll move somewhere, and then all of a sudden I'll hate it. Just like, oh man, I gotta buy a fucking snowblower.
Yeah, you can be like, wait, what do you mean I can't get to Burger King right now? What do you mean there's 12 inches of snow and I have a sedan?
So, hey Taylor, how long have you been running your show up in Ellicott City?
I think it's been like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little bit longer. But yeah, that's actually gone by really fast.
Has it been bi-weekly? Like forever?
Yeah. Well, no, kind of like often the owner is so annoying will like push one back on me, so we'll wait like 3 weeks because he'll like book a party. And also the flood happened, so like we were out of commission for like, I don't know how long, like 4 months or something.
Oh Jesus.
And then we came back. We had shows on the upstairs floor because the basement where we do the show was like completely flooded.
Really?
Yeah, like if it's so funny, like how I figured out it wasn't funny because it's fucking restaurant.
Just sad.
Yeah, it was sad. I was really sad.
It's not funny because it's just so sad.
Yeah, it's not funny. It's actually, but like I go upstairs, and they're like, Ellicott City's flooding, and I was like, maybe my room. I got all selfish, like I wasn't thinking about all the people losing their. I was like, please let my comedy room be okay. And I saw a home shot video from the owner of the room I do it in with water all the way up to the stairs, and I was like, "That's my show."
No,
and
this person.
It was a weird way to find out. Like watching it on TV, I was like, "That's where I do." Like,
do you ever feel bad for Ellicott City because, like, you know, it's it's not like they're done with all the floods.
Oh, it's
you know
gonna
what I
happen
mean?
again.
It's just gonna keep like, what do you do?
Everyone treats this one like the second one like it's not the second time this has ever happened. They have a fucking post where people mark how high the water is. In the past 60 years, in the past 200 years, there's been 60 floods.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
So that's one every 3 years.
You can go, I looked it up
it was
the
that
day
much.
it happened. I was like, Ellicott City flood history. I mean, some are worse than others, obviously, but it's been seriously flooded. Like
Now, when you're
60
saying
times.
flood, what's like the basis
Maybe
of flood? Like, there's like, oh, my foot's covered now.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know
is
what
that flood?
I didn't look that far into it, but probably where it's like the road is just covered in water and like messes up shops.
Supposedly the whole street, that whole main street with the concrete and stuff, is just built to like flood.
Really?
That's what my boss said. Is like, this is complete hearsay, but he's basically like, because the way they laid the concrete and like how the street is shaped, it just all like condenses the water right onto that main street.
Doesn't always do that great of a job.
Right. and the way I was explained to it by some old woman in Ellicott City is that the damn local...
We're getting into the hard science today, boys. My boss, some old woman in Ellicott City.
She goes, the damn local government. And I really, I hate the government, so like, I was really with this woman.
Yeah.
She goes, they made some fucking thing up there and got rid of some trees and put some parking lots, and now when it rains, it it kind of collects there for a while.
Yeah.
And then that's where the rapids come from, because all that eventually pours over, and the whole thing's on, like you were talking about, it all comes down to that one fucking area. It's like a rapid.
Well, it's just in such a bad location because it's like right next to the Potomac, and it's actually in like a divot where Ellicott City's like down, and like when the river overflows, it just all like spills into there.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's between both. Like, there's two rivers on both sides of it. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know anything about any of the rivers around this area.
Build
even
a
though
wall.
I should.
Yeah.
We need to build a wall
I know when
around
it floods,
Ellicott
it's because
City.
we need to
and we'll make Frederick pay for it.
make Frederick pay. You should put like a giant dome around it, and you have to like walk in through a door. It's like a
But then all it takes is one asshole to open that door while it's flooding.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You'd be like, close the doors, it's flooding. And then one guy would be like, but I want to watch sports right now. And he'd open it and like ruin it for everybody.
If you get that dome around it that's saving it from the flood, the surrounding towns are now getting that flood. It's not like the water just stops at the dome.
You're right.
It's just like, oh no, where do I go?
It just like floods everyone. Like,
whatever the town next to it is just like, you motherfuckers.
God damn it.
I really hope there's some like flood scientist that's listening to this right now. They're just tearing his hair out. He's like, that's not how floods work. A dome would be the perfect solution. What are you God.
Moats.
Yeah. Do you not understand the sediment density? No, I don't know.
He'd be ripping his head because like half the stuff I've said isn't very credible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's 60 floods. It's a lot of floods in the past 200 years. I'll look it up later.
The way I was explained to it is the first one, they got on the news and they were like, this is a 1 in 1,000 year flood, and then 2 years later it happened again.
It was worse the second time,
who
right?
said that, it was not
time.
true. Like, everyone should have been expecting it because it's happened. It's literally happened like 60 times. I think 60 might be accurate.
I guarantee the mayor went to the local news and was like, tell these motherfuckers that this shit never really happens too much.
Yeah,
we need people to still come in
But
here.
like,
Yeah.
at what point is it like New Orleans? Like, I love New Orleans, but if you're in New Orleans during a flood, like, that's on you, baby. Like, it's happened so many times. You can't like claim ignorance.
That's on you, man.
I didn't know it got wet.
I didn't know. Who would have? Who could have foreseen?
The levees have broken 17 times.
If they're gonna still put it on the news, like national news, because like the last one made like I don't know.
They make national news?
Yeah, man.
Oh, really?
Sure, yeah, just
like
like not like. Yeah, it's on like all sorts of news stations outside of Maryland.
Because when it was at its worst, it looked so bad.
Yeah.
It looked like
it literally looked like
show? They talked on it. Good Morning America or something. Like
I think
what's her name? Kelly Ripa.
Yeah. I think she's on
Kelly
Good
Ripa.
Morning.
Who's that?
The girl on Good Morning America. I think
with Michael Strahan.
I don't know if that's her name.
I thought it was with the old dude. I
don't watch any of these things, man.
I don't
Kelly
either.
Ripa.
Kelly Ripper.
That's her name.
Ripper.
I think
Ripper, I barely know her.
Secretly a
No, but it's kind of, but I don't know.
Did you see that picture with the two cars that are? Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Like, all right, the last flood pushed these cars around, and one like landed on a giant like whatever telephone post, and then this other car snuck up behind it, and they made like this perfect like thing you could walk under, and it's amazing. It's like
they made
I
like
look
a
at the
triangle?
picture, like they made a giant triangle, and they're like both like pretty straight up, and you could like walk underneath this thing. It probably wouldn't be.
Was
safe.
it going right into a business?
Yeah, it was right in the side of a shop, and like I don't know.
Awesome.
I feel like if that
there.
was my car, I wouldn't
would
even
keep
be
it there.
mad. Yeah, I'd be like, I might be mad like 10 minutes later, but I'd be like, guys, that's my car. That's my car.
Yeah,
Look at that.
If I owned that business, my new freaking entrance would be those two cars just put together. Like, yeah, you gotta walk through this. I would make it safe.
I think I'd probably just move.
Yeah, no, that
Probably
would
go
be cool
somewhere
to,
else.
Because it's gonna
It
flood
was
again.
right in front of. That would be cool to like, I don't know, concrete it and like make it all safe.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah, they should.
Is there a like kayak
I look at that picture
shop in
like
Ellicott
once
City?
a day. A kayak shop.
Yeah,
shop.
'cause can I invest in that?
Yeah,
please?
you should. That's a smart idea.
I was in
Salutation to
I was in St. Thomas a little while back, and this is just
What's
like
St. Thomas?
St. Thomas is actually the island next to Epstein's pedophile island. This has nothing to do with Epstein's island, by the way. It's just as
Is that the
irrelevant.
name of the island?
St. Thomas? Yeah.
No, Epstein.
No,
Island.
I don't think it's called Epstein's pedophile island.
Yeah,
It might be
it's just called
that now.
Pedophile
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah, it's literally
Pedophile.
called that now. It used to just be
Yeah.
like Epstein's private island.
Yeah.
But there was some woman there while we were. There was this terrible car accident, and she went flying. She had a head-on collision. Went flying out of her windshield because she wasn't buckled up, and she crashed right next to the hospital. In the hospital there, when you walk in, there's like a little overhead here that you could like
Okay.
kind of sit on top of, kind of
Yeah.
like. This woman gets hit, flies out the thing, and lands right on top of the thing
What?
on the hospital,
That's
which is
crazy.
probably like 10 feet up in the air. And
Yeah.
the only reason she lived is because she landed on top of that. But then
That's insane.
it was super inconvenient to get her off of that 10-foot thing into the hospital to take care of her.
Yeah.
I bet.
Oh my gosh.
And I bet
That's when you
some
call
bitch
the
was
Paw
trying to
Patrol.
make her fill out a form too.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah.
We have so many forms we
lands
make
her-
people.
Ma'am, you got to wait.
I'm sorry, can you fill out this insurance information before we, save your life?
How much of her do you think survived?
How much of her?
Like lower body.
She was fine.
She was.
She was fine.
We read the story. No, don't get me wrong.
No.
Don't get me wrong. At the time, she was fucked up. But,
She didn't like lose her legs or anything like that.
I mean, no. I don't think she lost anything. She had, because the way that we read about it, because we
Lost
read
her
back
car.
over it.
Huh?
She lost her car.
Yeah, she lost her
True.
dignity. Like, that's a
true.
weird thing to happen to you. But no, I
That
think,
seems like an incredible height to be flown from your car, though.
well, you weren't really, well, she was flown 10 feet up in the air and landed on that thing. So she crashed like 15 feet away from it. And then the arc was perfect. And the thing's only like this wide, like
Yeah.
less than my length. It's probably like 4 feet wide that she landed on. So her head was probably bobbling like over top of the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's
I
probably how they
kinda
got her
now
off. They
wanna,
grabbed her by the
like-
head and pulled her down.
I kind of now want to do the physics equations and see like how fast she had to be flung from the car to have
Right,
that perfect.
Yeah.
That sounds like a physics homework thing. Like a woman is flung from a car after a horrible car accident, 15 feet high in the air, and lands perfectly perpendicular.
What bone did she break?
Yeah.
Friggin-
Yeah.
My buddy was he was in college with me. He was a what do they call him? A physicist? That's what they're
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when he's in college, he's a physics major. He's not a physicist.
Yeah, well, he was a physics major. I don't know what he does
Teacher
now. I think he just kind of tours around Europe roaming. I don't think he even uses his degree anymore. Like,
He's one of those people.
yeah, he got his degree, spent so much time, so his parents would like be like, "Ah, you got it, man," and then he just went to Europe and never came back.
Oh, I gotta talk about that in a second too.
Oh, you just go right ahead.
Oh, I've been thinking about writing a stand-up bit about this, but it's like really negative, and it's just like I think it's because a lot of my friends just graduated college, but I've had like 3 different like girls that I'm like vaguely friends with. You know what I mean? That I'm not like really friends with. Go on like a Euro trip or like a Japan trip,
Right.
and they're just the worst people. I just fucking despise these people because they'll go and they'll be like let's say if they only spend like 2 weeks somewhere, they'll go and like the first day it'll be all these pictures like architecture, like food, people, and then the next like 13 days will just be of them in a bar. And it's just like, I don't know. I hate those people.
What's the joke?
The tag I'm trying to work in is like you can like getting gangbanged in a hostel in Bruges doesn't make you cultured. I'm trying to get to that line somehow. I think that's pretty funny.
I feel like
I'm
you
like
can
angry.
get there.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm working on one about my my terrible grandmother right now. The one that I have 2 grandmothers, like most people, and one I love to death, and she's awesome. She has like dementia. She's the cutest thing in the world, and the other one's just like a piece of shit. Like I just don't like her at all. I don't even visit her anymore, and the joke's gonna revolve around like how much I don't want to go there, and how some of the family members don't like it. And it's like, cause she sucks. Like, she's not a good person. Like, and all she ever talks about is how much her hands hurt, and she doesn't know why her hands hurt. And and then the joke's gonna be like, oh, maybe it's from all that wear and tear from beating my father his entire childhood. I have something to do with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's.
And then I'll go further from that. I got a few other things I want to go with that.
Yeah. That bit'll work a lot better if you continue to drink like a beer bottle of Jameson while you do it like time? A fucking psychopath.
I should just carry a little thing of Jameson the whole time.
I can't get over that. Like, I'm not one to judge, but just it's shaped like a beer bottle, and it just like from an off glance you might think it's like a beer, and you're just sitting there like sipping it too, like it's like a beer, and then like I just imagine someone like hold on, that's grain alcohol.
Yeah, man.
This dude's getting fucked up right now.
Very true.
No.
Fucking, I don't know. I don't taste it. My taste buds are shot, dude.
You don't taste Jameson.
Pretty.
Huh? No, I don't taste most liquor. That's why I like shots. Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you.
Oh wow.
My olfactory bulb got damaged during my seizures like so many years ago. So that the olfactory bulb affects your sense of smell. Yeah. And your sense of smell highly correlates with your sense of taste. Yeah. So because I can't really smell anything, like you literally have to put shit, like it's a mustache on me for me to smell it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't taste anything. So I can
just.
Least
importance then.
Shit?
No, fucking smell. Yeah.
Is it?
It's not crucial. I mean, I'd rather be smell blind than actual blind.
I'd say
true.
Itchiness is the least important sense.
Wait, the sense of touch?
No, itchiness.
The sense of
itchiness is a specific sense.
That's the sense of touch, sir.
No, it's no.
Yeah, let's go over the. Let's go over the senses real quick.
Yeah,
Parker.
let's do it.
Speaking of senses,
go ahead.
Common sense.
There it is.
Oh, you fell into it.
Here, Taylor, let's
go. Can't softball it up there. You know I'm gonna dog it.
Cut the podcast. Cut the podcast. No.
Taylor, let's go back and forth between the senses real quick. Okay. Yeah.
You're gonna fuck up, and I'm gonna tell you when you fuck up.
Hold up, guy.
Okay.
So we'll go back and forth. Okay. The sense of sight.
Okay. Boom.
That's one.
And you could even divide that up into different cones.
We're gonna go with the textbook definition, and not go into color blindness here, sir. The sense of sight. You can see shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no textbook definition of color blindness, but
sense of hearing.
Auditory.
Oh yeah, see, I knew I was.
I think it's just called hearing.
Yeah.
Hearing.
But sense of hearing sounds like a stupid way to put it. Hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, when you put sense in front of it,
sense
it does
of
kind
hearing.
of sound.
Okay.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Smell.
Smells
one.
All right. Sense of
Keep
touch.
going.
Sense of touch.
No.
Okay. What do you go?
Let's go with. We'll get to touch. What are some of the other ones?
I don't even know.
Taste.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I don't even taste anything. That's why I forgot all about it.
Is that really true? That's a bummer, man.
Temperature.
Yeah, man. I eat the worst. So
I would just eat at crappy restaurants.
Before we get into this again,
save some money.
My mom says I eat like a pregnant woman because I don't really taste too much shit. So I'll have like the weirdest fucking sandwiches, like cocktail sauce, pickles, fucking ham, and it's just not good. Weird. I'm like a pregnant woman. Yeah. Let's go back into the senses here.
Oh, I thought when you said you eat like a pregnant woman, she was just meaning you're a little bitch. Sorry.
So immature, but I find it so funny. Oh yeah, I mean, I thought you were a fucking bitch. Just a fucking big old bitch.
I've been watching a bunch of roasts, like the Comedy Central roasts, and most of it, like all the guests, like, you know, they're all fucking shit. The only good ones are Lisa Lampanelli, Jeff Ross, and then any fucking comics they have on there. You know, all the rest are like Peyton Manning, like making fun of himself half the time. I'm like,
Steve-O.
it's cute.
Steve-O,
It's cute. Not fucking funny. I want Anthony Jeselnik. Oh my god, he had this one line. Oh, he had this one joke. I mean, he just says the worst shit you can possibly come up with. I love Jeselnik. But he had this one line in the last roast that was about, Larry King was on the roast with him. It was talking about how old Larry King's career was. Mm-hmm. And he's talking to Whitney Cummings. Do you guys know who that girl is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, Larry King's career's so old, Whitney. He started when you were just the glint in the eye of the dude who raped your mom.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so dark. It's so dark. But, like, you can't help but, like, laugh. You know what I mean?
It's so unexpected.
Yeah.
So that dark shit's funny, like, especially when you know they don't mean it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people get real hurt about that. And also, you have to have a likability factor.
Yeah.
Like, he's a likable guy.
Yeah.
There's some people that...
He has the delivery for it, too.
Yeah. There's some people, though, that are like...
Can't pull it off. You're just, like, uncomfortable.
It's because you're so unlikable as a Not you.
Yeah.
Like, but, like, the person who does those, like, terrible jokes like that, when they're so unlikable as a person, now it really feels like you do...
You're serious.
Oh, but that's the... see, there are layers to the Comedy Central roast, okay? Start off, you watch the whole thing. All the cute guests, you're kind of entertained by it all. Then you do what I was talking about, the comics and the good people, and you skip all the crap. And then, when you really want the humor, you look up all the bombs. So you have, like, Mike the Situation, just starts speaking nonsense.
Yep.
Ann Coulter, that's where the real comedy is watching Ann Coulter bomb at a roast. And, dude.
Saying jokes you know people wrote for her.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
What do you mean?
They wanted her to get a ghostwriter because like they all have fucking ghostwriters. You think
she
Snoop
wrote it
Dogg,
herself?
She insisted on writing it all. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
She bombed.
I know.
She wrote that all herself.
Wait, what roast?
It was the dude from Parks and Rec. The real Smiley guy. I'm real Smiley. Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Rob Lowe's one. And they're all dogging Ann the whole fucking time too. Like everyone would get like one pot shot in at the other people, and then like Ann Coulter would come on, they'd be like 5 jokes, 6 jokes, 7. We're roasting you, you whore.
Yeah, it was a roast for her, really.
Huh?
There's a roast for her, really.
Well, that was her one good joke. She gets on there and she's like, "Welcome to the roast of Ann Coulter with special guest Rob Lowe," and everyone laughed. And then she sucked. And then she promoted a book about Donald Trump on a roast.
Oh, about like, I see. Yeah, she was like really big into like the anti-immigration shit for a little bit. Actually, still, I don't think she ever got off of that. Actually, she's just not famous anymore.
See, I don't
even know who she is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what's her name?
Ann Coulter.
Yeah,
she's like a Fox and Friends woman.
She looks like a skeleton.
Is she like the really popular blonde girl?
Popular's one
no,
word for
I
it.
think you're thinking of Tommy Loren.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
I don't know who Tommy Loren is.
It sucks having such a hot girl be such like a fucking terrible person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the worst thing in the world.
Wouldn't be a first.
Yeah, yeah.
Tons of pretty people.
Well, you know, I got
good people.
I got upset about Paul Ryan, and after that,
know a
I've been
few.
kind of I've been kind of a cynic.
Paul
It turned out Paul Ryan was a horrible person.
You really were liking Paul Ryan?
He has those dreamy eyes.
Ah, I see.
I hate figuring out someone I like is like awful. Like,
right?
I was on vacation as a kid to like Bowder or like I forget where we were, Monument Valley or something. And there was all these like Cherokee tour guides, and they were like, when Michael J. Fox was here for Back to the Future, he was such a dick.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, he was my hero because I love those movies. And like little kid me was just like heartbroken, and they just wouldn't stop shitting on him.
Were you so? Hold on,
They were
hold
saying all the
Holy-
pretentious things that he said, and I was
on. Were
like,
you
no,
so
not my
sad
hero.
that you were shaking?
I don't know. I was
Boo.
definitely.
Boo.
Yeah.
I boo your comment
Oh,
there.
I just got it now. Yeah, I was just shaking with.
Oh, man.
Ah.
Fuck that comment.
Yeah.
What? I can't make jokes now.
You can make
Of
jokes.
its own goddamn.
I'm gonna, like, if I make a joke that's terrible too, I expect you to.
All right,
demean
enough
me
of the
for
fun
it.
conversation. So, taste, sight,
Okay.
hearing, smell.
Are
and
there
then-
5 or 6 senses?
They're like 8.
Humor.
buddy.
Sense of humor.
That's not a.
It's not measurable.
No, it's one of them.
We got
I'm
that.
pretty sure.
Hot and cold is one of
That's
them.
touch.
No,
Hot and cold is in touch.
Yeah, that is touch.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're making touch like 3 different senses.
The sense of hot and cold.
You can-
I'm sorry, sir. When did we learn that?
Huh?
The sense of hot and cold.
So you can tell.
There's 5 senses.
So
Have we
for you to
counted?
tell
I
whether
can
it's
t-
hot or cold in the like a room or something, you have to
Because
touch.
my skin touches it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The heat. That's touch.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being
I'm
able to
on his
tell
side.
something's hot or cold by touching it and being able to like feel where it is.
No, I don't think there is because your body touches the heat. The heat's all around you. Your skin is touching the heat. If it's hot outside, my skin's. This might sound retarded.
Aren't you in medicine?
I am. So believe me.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't believe you.
You should believe me because I'm right.
You're
Yeah,
incorrect.
I think you.
If there's hot shit around my skin, if I'm in a hot room like a sauna, all those molecules are now hotter, right?
Yeah.
Those molecules touch my skin.
yeah.
Those skin, whatever
But you
receptor.
can't-
I'm
you
not a
can't-
skin guy.
You don't feel where those air molecules are, though.
Yes, you do because you
No,
feel
you
the
don't.
heat on your skin.
You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. This is
You're
what
an
we're
idiot.
talking about.
You're an idiot. Are
I
you
can
kidding
Google
me?
this in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, do it.
Please
do
Google it.
it.
Alright.
We still argue this because I'm right.
You're incorrect. You
You're
don't.
wrong.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
When
it's like-
I move my hands to the air, I don't feel any air.
Yes, you do.
When I feel
the air
move it
just
right
moves
here,
around real quick, but all those molecules are hitting you.
I don't feel it. But I can feel the temperature.
Well, I'm sorry, you got a weak ass sense of touch. I don't know what.
You can. Are you telling me you can?
Bam,
you
oxygen right there.
I want you to locate every single air molecule that's bumping into your arm right now.
Hey, just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. Which if they're hotter and more humidified, you're gonna
Alright,
feel it on your
there-
goddamn skin.
I just Googled it. There's 6 senses: taste, sight, touch, smell, sound, and temperature.
Get fucking wrecked, bitch!
No, I'm
Let me
just
see
joking.
that.
I'm just joking. There's 5 cents and temperature's not on it.
Thank God. Ah,
Oh, I got
suck
you.
balls, Parker. Suck balls.
I wanted him to be happy for like a minute.
I love you to death, Taylor. That's-
Yeah, high five.
we
I got him.
fucked that
Yeah,
high
we
five
did
up.
that. I gotcha.
So back to.
I got my own
temperature.
googling.
Oh, yeah. Hey, let me go.
Is temperature a sense?
Oh,
Google that.
You gotta go in there, Parker. You're just gonna type something down in your notes and pretend that like it's something that you copied and pasted from the
Remember,
internet.
there's 5. Like we've grown up. Like all the kids have 5 senses.
The
I think
sense,
we named 5.
the sense.
in
of
addition to
hot
the
and
traditional
cold.
Big Five, there's another sense that deals with how your brain understands where your body is in space. This sense is called proprioception.
Oh, cool! It doesn't got shit to do with temperature, does it?
Nobody uses that
Didn't make
sense.
my point at all.
can't-
Parker made a whole new point.
Yeah.
You know what?
I
There is
can't
a
tell
sixth
you the
sense.
last time I was in space. So I don't really use that one.
Fair enough.
Doesn't even count because most people don't go to space, so it's like pointless.
Parker, when was the last time you were in space?
We're all in space right now, man. We're all on our own spacecraft called Mother Earth.
I hate how accurate that is and how much I still hate the comic.
Yeah.
But
He's got a point.
okay. So let's get to your itchy. I also didn't see itchy on there.
Yeah, Itchy wasn't on there.
Okay.
No, you can't just.
Hearing was on there because that's his sense.
They
Hearing
wrapped
is
up.
sense.
They wrapped up a bunch of senses into touch.
Yeah, because touch is
You can
so.
separate your sense. I guarantee you, if you Google it, there are different receptors for temperature
Yeah, but they're
and
all
for pain.
they're all associated with touch.
Yes.
What do you mean? Yes, that you're agreeing with me.
I'm saying touch is a broader category that has sub senses in it. That you're grouping them all up and acting like they're one sense.
So this isn't even an argument. What? No. What? The sense of
Could it
touch.
be? Do you think it could be possible? This is what I'm going to ask you. This is going to end this argument. In your medical opinion, not Dr. Ryan Grimes, do you think it would be possible for somebody to, I don't know, be able to touch something and feel it without being able to feel the temperature of it?
No.
Oh.
You always feel a temperature.
Not if someone had like some disease.
I'm sorry. How does that have to correlate with what? That doesn't make any. Explain your reasoning here.
I'm asking, is it possible?
Oh, well, I mean, if there's like a weird disease where you can't. Okay, I don't know that. I just thought you.
I'm asking what you think. I don't know of any diseases.
I don't know of any.
But I'm guessing there's something that makes you so you can't sense temperature, but you can still touch something.
You know what? There is a disease. I don't know what it's called, but I've heard of it, where you can't. But then you can't. It's more of a nerve thing where you can't feel anything there. Yeah. It's not that you can't just specifically like, oh, I can feel this goddamn water jug here, but I don't know how hot it is. Like you don't feel shit with that because you're numb or you're paralyzed in that area. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Is there any disease where you can't feel temperature, but you can still like feel where stuff is?
I don't think so.
Well, there is. That person, I don't know. I just immediately wouldn't even like that person. Yeah. There's probably one. Because it's so inconvenient.
This reminds me of like this age-old question I always ask people. This is random, but like if you had pick your curse, you get sweaty. You get super sweaty from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Like every day.
Oh, yeah, a little closer to you.
Yeah, you get super sweaty from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Like really, really sweaty. Or you always feel like the temperature is 10 degrees lower than it is.
Okay, repeat that.
All right, you got to choose your curse. So you get really, really sweaty from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Like really sweaty for like an hour to the point like you should change. Or the temperature always feels 10 degrees lower than it actually is.
I would take the second one because I could just move to Florida and be in heaven all the time.
You're right. You're right.
Yep.
That's a good point.
That's my
reasoning. Fuck the sweaty one. I don't think of it.
You had the same reasoning?
Oh yeah.
That's
just the one. Somewhere hot.
Exactly. That's the one I'm taking.
What's a good one? Well, would you rather? Would you rather watch? Is a really bad one. Pick your curse. Would you rather watch? You have to watch this with your parents.
Oh no.
Would you rather watch a video of your parents having sex with your parents, or a video of you having sex with your parents? Not you having sex with your parents. You having sex while your parents are in the room.
Okay.
That changes things dramatically. All right.
Why do my parents have clones?
Huh?
You said your parents having sex with your parents.
Oh, it's like a videotape.
Of your parents.
No, you have to watch
like an orgy
like
of
your
my
parents
and
have sex. Like your parents have sex, you have sex, and they're like a videotape of both of them.
You gotta make it like
you're watching with your parents.
You're not allowed to close your eyes.
Yeah.
Hold up. I might have misheard you. So my parents are fucking in front of me.
No.
And then
they fucked and they made a sex tape.
Right.
And you fucked and you made a sex tape.
Would you rather your parents watch you have sex, or you watch your parents have sex?
I would rather my parents watch me have sex.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
That's weird.
They're both so weird.
Either one of those ain't weird.
They're both so weird.
Yeah, they can't just...
I can't give an answer.
I'd be like,
I just never have sex again, so they couldn't make.
How am I doing? Give me some tips.
No.
I'm just that's fucked up.
Oh damn!
Why'd I go there?
First of all, just because you're born doesn't mean your parents are good at sex.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean they're gonna give you good tips.
You're right.
Wouldn't it suck if they're really bad
I hate that I said that. I'm about to throw up.
You said wouldn't it suck if they're really bad at sex?
Yeah.
I would prefer it.
It's probably why I'm bad at everything.
It would be less weird if my parents were bad at sex and I had to watch them have sex.
Like,
would it though?
Yeah. Okay, if they're great at sex and all of a sudden I'm sitting there like now it's like sex, you know what I mean? Like it's legitimate sex. They're getting into it, it's weird. But if they're bad at sex and all of a sudden my dad's dick is just on my mom's forearm, all of a sudden...
That's not bad, that's not having sex. That's not bad at sex.
First
of all, that's
doing it. That's bad at sex. First of all, okay, how about this? I fuck a girl's armpit. Is that sex?
Yeah.
How much did you pay?
I paid $10.
Is that your kink?
No, it's not my kink.
Is
We can
it
get into
hotter
it.
if she was wearing.
I would say you didn't have sex. I would say that is not.
You say that's not sex.
Blowjob isn't sex.
Blowjob is oral sex.
Yeah.
It's not sex though.
It's sex. It's classified as sex.
I don't know.
Let's Google.
What do you think?
It's sex for, I'll say it's sex for one of you.
I don't know.
I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm sure. If you look up the health textbook from your high school, it's under the classification oral sex.
But they also just try to not have anything go on. That's all high school sex ed is.
I'm sure
it just says fellatio is an oral sex act involving.
It's a sex act.
Okay.
The use of
It's not the same as sex. There's a lot of sex acts.
Wait. What is a blowjob?
Excuse me? Like with you, we have a whole new world for you to understand.
When a man loves a woman, but she's being a bitch, so he goes to a bar and picks up. No, I'm just kidding.
Picks up another. Oh god. Speaking of that, I had a conversation with my neighbor the other day. Never talked to him before. I still don't know his name even after the conversation. But he was drunk in his backyard, and I was walking home with some pizza. And he goes, "Oh, you staying in on a Saturday?" I'm like, never talked to this guy ever.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, huh? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, you staying in on Saturday?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this time. Yeah. He goes, yeah, I noticed you're gone a lot. I'm like, oh, that's fucking weird of you to say. That's super weird of you to say.
Wait, I missed it. What did he say?
He said that's weird of you to,
no, what did he say to you?
Oh, he goes, I noticed you're gone a lot. Like on Saturdays specifically.
That is really weird.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay,
Just
man.
say to someone.
I was like, yeah, I'm staying in this way. He goes, yeah, man, I just hate the bars downtown. He goes, I always get into fights. Like, okay,
this
cool.
guy's a character.
Yeah, this guy sucks. And anyway, it got to the point where he's sitting there just like talking about like fucking chicks. He goes, because I was telling him like I like breweries, and then he goes, you got any chicks there? I go, no, it's mostly dudes, but like I just typically take like a date there or something, or invite someone out. He goes, I don't fuck with that. Like I ain't trying to get a wife. like so you have no worries about that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it was like the weirdest conversation in the world. And it's just funny that like I hate crowded places because it makes you feel uncomfortable. He hates crowded places because he punches people physically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like that's the thing I always wonder about those people is like how do you have a habit of getting into fights? Like all of my friends, that have gotten into fights have gotten arrested like immediately. Especially at a bar. I only know a couple friends that have gotten into real, not like a, pushing, like throwing punches fights, and it's just like immediately arrested. You're spending the night in jail. Huh?
How old are they?
They're all over 21 whenever they each happen.
What are they under though? What's the oldest?
The oldest one was probably when he was like 23, maybe.
See, I don't understand what it is. But for some reason, anyone over the age of 30, which is this guy,
gets a free pass.
For some reason, never gets arrested for assault. I don't understand. I do not understand.
Just a slap in their wrist.
Dude, one time.
Don't do that, mister.
Exactly. It's just like, stop it. Cut it out. One time, I don't think I've ever told you this story, Parker. This is in the 90s. No one ever got arrested in the 90s. But I'm at a...
Is this a story of you in the 90s?
No. It's a story of my dad. My dad's,
okay.
My dad's crazy.
Okay.
Very violent man. He's cool now-ish. He's not as violent as he was. But in the 90s, he was super fucking violent when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So we're at a Burger King.
Yeah.
Right?
I like him already.
Yeah. And we're there in the drive-thru at the driver's thing, and we didn't order a Shrek cup because Shrek just came out. And I was really
I remember that shit.
Yeah, man. They were cool. And I was like, Dad, I'm probably like 8. I'm like, Dad, I want a Shrek cup.
Yeah.
And the guy can't see me in the back. He doesn't hear me. So my dad just goes like, oh, can I get a Shrek cup too? And the 17, 18-year-old kid at the drive-thru just sat there and like laughed at him. He's like, you want a Shrek cup? And then my dad immediately was like, oh, you think that's funny? All right, yeah. Grabs this kid by the fucking throat, pulls him out of the goddamn drive-thru thing, and then just starts beating the shit out of him.
What?
Yes. And I'm in the back with a Slurpee just like...
Okay.
Like, this is
such a minor thing.
It's like a normal Burger King thing.
Yeah.
Like this happened at Burger King. And then, because it's the 90s, and no one, I don't know what the fuck is backward-ass world, the manager comes over, yells at the kid, and goes, "What'd you say to this man?"
Yeah. What?
Yeah, yeah.
Insane.
So my dad didn't get in any trouble. We got 2 free Shrek cups.
What?
2 free Shrek cups. Because
That's
they had to
awesome.
apologize to my dad, and we got out
Hot
scot-free.
That's insane.
Yeah, learned a lesson that day. Beat the
Yeah.
fuck out of your problems.
Yeah. This day and age, I don't know if that would happen.
Well,
No,
it just seems
no.
like, especially at bars now. I feel like back like I don't know what happened in the 90s, but it just seemed like you could get away with like a bar fight from just the stories I've heard. Like you get in a bar
Yeah,
fight,
my dad.
as
was in
long as you
bar
don't
fights
break
all the
anything.
time. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like, whatever.
You could get away with anything back then.
yeah.
I know a guy who did steroids. He was roid raging. He stopped in the middle of the street at a stoplight and then just started tearing people out of their cars at a stoplight and beating he must have beat the shit out of 8 people.
Yeah.
That guy sells homes now.
What?
Like he's not like in jail.
That's
He's a
crazy.
real estate agent.
That's not good.
Jesus.
Like the 90s were crazy.
Yeah. And it's just like, what the fuck? But I guess it's nice going out to a bar and like not having to worry about some dude beating the shit out of you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it is nice.
I mean, it still happens now. They just go to jail for it.
Yep.
Yeah, but that makes it happen a lot less. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You think? I mean, we
Yeah,
have a
there are a
really
lot of
design
there are a
angry-
lot of people that act tough at bars, like especially in the Towson bars. Like people get mad at you for the dumbest shit, and like if you talk back to them, they'll like act tough for a little bit, but they'll like walk away. You know what I mean? Where I feel like sometimes, if like they didn't know the cops were there, they like kind of stay up in your face a little bit longer. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They kind of
True.
like
Right.
maybe grab like or like, grab like your shoulder or something like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Whereas even if it's a group of like 4 or 5 douchebags, like you can pretty much just get away with making snarky comments, and they aren't gonna like fight you. You know
yeah,
what I
because
mean?
it's so many of them. They have like the. I get you. Have you guys
Yeah.
ever been in bar fights, Taylor?
Nope. Seems fun.
Have you been close?
I've been like altercations, I guess, where there was pushing, but it never got to that.
What led up to it?
I can't even. This was so long ago. It was more like a friend was fighting with someone else, and that person pushed me, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah. This reminds me. Just the other day at my show. It wasn't just the other day, but there was
The show just last Wednesday.
No, the one maybe before that. This girl was talking.
Try to get a little closer.
Yeah, this girl was talking during the show, and like this guy was like, "Can you stop talking?" And she talked again, and he's like, "Stop fucking talking." And then like her boyfriend's like, "You got a problem?" And they stood up during the show and were like pushing each other and like about to get in a fight, but then the owner's like, "Stop it! Stop this!" And I came out, was like, "Yeah, really stop." And the headliner just went on. He's like, "Oh my god, what is going on?"
How'd the headliner handle it?
He handled it well. Well, he actually sort of like didn't make that many. It was Rob Mayer.
Oh, he's funny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I've only met him like 2 times, but he seems like a super
man.
funny
I've seen
guy.
him a bunch. Yeah, he's super funny. He tours all over the country with the dude from Anchorman.
Which one?
Cham, the like racist, like whammy.
The bald
Bob
guy?
Keck-
Yeah,
Keckner?
the bald guy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Isn't he Bob Keckner? Isn't that his name?
Oh, from The Office,
Yeah,
or his actual name? What's his name in The Office?
Todd Packer.
Todd Packer. I thought you were saying.
I think his
something.
name is Bob Keckner.
Who are you talking about?
No.
The bald fella.
Yeah,
The guy that
he
says
plays
Whammy.
Todd
Cowboy
Packer. He plays Todd Packer in The Office.
Yeah.
And Rob Mayer's like homies with him.
That's cool. Rob Mayer's been doing it for a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Coco
He's like a
Lane.
legit
played by
comic.
He
David
used to
Keckner.
do Coco Lane like all the time when Eric Woodworth ran it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my most recent thing of an altercation where it got violent. Luckily, the owner stepped in before it, because I swear these dudes were at each other's necks and they were gonna brawl it out in the middle of a comedy show.
I thought Parker was going to punch me one night.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, we don't have to talk about it.
We won't talk about it.
All
We
right.
we had a whole podcast for it.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
did.
I
It's-
understand.
Like, pour one out. It's fucking dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but no, I don't get why. Like, if some dude's talking during the show, and like I don't get why the owner wouldn't kick that like boyfriend out. You know what I mean? Like he's the one disrupting. You know what I mean? Like
he's so worried about because they go to dinner every night, not every night, but like they spend a lot of money there.
Right.
So he's considering like them as customers that he doesn't want to kick out of the show, even though she's being loud and
yeah, they're regulars.
Yeah, they're regulars, and she's like, but the thing is, she wasn't even that bad. It was very occasional. We've had like, it doesn't happen that often, but like, I don't know, sometimes we'll have a heckler, like when we had Umar, what's his name? Umar Kane.
yeah,
He had to deal with like the worst hecklers ever, and the whole set was just like him talking to these hecklers, and you let him get to him. I don't know what I would do in that situation, but like, I don't know.
Hey, you don't have much experience with hecklers?
No, not at all.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been on and off for like 10 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I counted the other day, and like I didn't think it was anywhere near there, but like I was watching this video that was like 10 years.
How long have you been like taking it seriously?
Well, I was taking it seriously when I was doing it, and then I went to school.
So you took like
Florida. Yeah, I took a long hiatus.
Yeah.
But I did like a couple like coffee shop open mics that weren't even for comedy.
Those are the worst.
Yeah, those are the worst because people aren't expecting comedy. But I still did pretty well at one of them.
Nice.
The rest were flops. But yeah, man, my first show ever was like my school's talent show.
that's crazy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was terrifying because I was a sophomore and like everybody goes to this thing.
Was that your first ever time?
That was my first ever time doing stand-up.
Oh man, I would not have never done that.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
it was
worst
such a
thing.
bad idea. Like I
Oh.
was so terrified beforehand, but it actually went really well. And it's like American Idol where the fucking judges give fucking scores.
Are the judges teachers?
Yes, they are.
Oh.
But they're the cool teachers.
Right, the librarian.
Yeah, and I was the only one. I got a 10 out of 10 by all three.
Ooh.
So I started on a high note. I swear, like the first year of me doing stand up was like a really high thing, and then it's just been downhill from there.
What are you talking
ever
about? You
since.
run a good show, man.
I run a good show, but it's just like
You're talking about like your quality of stand up, like actually on stage?
I don't know. It's just like all my accolades are from when I first started. Like I won the Magoobies thing twice when I first started. And then I ate a dick at fucking the Comedian of the Year thing, but whatever. But yeah, I swear it's been downhill since then. No, I've learned.
I don't see how it's downhill. You literally run a good show. Like,
well,
you know what I mean?
That's
like
different than my own performance. I don't know.
Well, why do you not think that your performance is up to par? Like, do you not put in a lot of work with it, or what's the deal?
No, I do. It's just like I feel like my blind optimism. I felt like I worked a little hard back then.
Why don't you
Like
think...
I still work hard, but
You have like a blind. Did you have like a blind?
I was just so confident, and like
Yeah,
they're gonna laugh
yeah.
at me no matter what.
Yeah.
And now I'm all jaded. Like
Yeah.
I bombed more times, so I know it's harder.
That first.
But I feel
bomb
like
takes away that.
it's easier when you first start because you're just like I hadn't bombed that much when I first started
Yeah.
because I had like a good start, you know.
Right.
Like I started off in a really good high note.
You're
with
super
the fucking
confident
talent
when you
show.
get up there.
I was super confident when I first started, and I hadn't done like open mics and bombed. I only did like that Magooby showcase. And then I won my second time, and then I was just like, I'm unbeatable. And like yeah. And then I
Fucking
like
He-Man.
went out to the real world and fucking did like open mics and like some book shows, and I was like, nah, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now I'm jaded.
Dude, I feel.
I'm just joking. It's like I still try hard, but like,
Well, you should come out to the Rockwell mic and see.
dude,
We
I
we
would
typically
fucking
get a
love
good...
to. I take book shows way more seriously than my like brouhahas because they're like every 2 weeks, and it's sort of just like I don't know. I'll try some new stuff. At first, I wasn't trying like any new stuff, and I'd keep it. But it's like, what's the point of fucking doing this every week if I'm not gonna like learn from it? It's the only
Yeah.
time I can get like a good audience and like try new stuff. So
Oh man, that's I don't know how I feel about like if I ran a show
yeah, just be your
or like any show that I'm gonna run. Like if I'm hosting it, I
You
don't
wanna
want to.
start
I don't
off-
want to. I want to try to start it off good, right? I'm not gonna try like some. But then you still have
Well,
comics.
I keep some like fucking like go-tos in there, but like I don't know. I feel like I have Well, not anymore. The summer people, like, my regulars haven't been there, which is like, why? Like, I usually have a group of regulars, like, of, like, 5 or 6 people who come every time. They haven't been coming over the summer. But, like, I always want to do new jokes for them because they're at every show and they make up such a big part of the audience.
What day is the next one?
It is August 28th. It's going to be fantastic.
I'll try to see if I can get some people just to come out because I know a couple people in Baltimore.
I fucking love that.
Cool.
Let's go back to what I would love to do your show, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I already...
I'll bring my A game. It'll be fun.
Yeah, if you want to do like a guest spot, I already talked to you about like a guest spot and shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you ever want to just come out to the actual mic on Wednesdays.
Oh,
shoot
yeah,
the shit and
the
whatnot.
open mic. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I talked to someone. I forget who, but they went and they were like, it's fucking awesome. They went to a good one.
It's a good location, too.
Yeah.
They're fucking duck fat fries.
Dude.
I have wet dreams about those
Parker,
duck fat fries.
everyone was giving you such hell about that when you ordered them last time. The duck fat
They're
fries?
fries cooked in duck fat. And it's like... I'll tell you exactly... This is exactly how... Have you ever seen the Crank movies?
Mm-mm.
The one where...
Okay.
Wait, Jason Statham, where he... I just said that name way wrong.
Jason
Statham. But that's the movie where the guy's like, his heart is fucked up or something. He's drilling
he has to keep doing... Yeah, so like if you... Like when I eat those fries, it's like when Jason Statham, his heart starts to like slow down. Like that's what happened. He's like, doo-doom, doo-doom, doo-doom. And I just like, I have to be like, not today, Parker, not going to the grave today.
Just start fucking a woman in public.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I call
that happens.
Dude, that's like
in the movie.
I don't remember the trailers and it seems sick. Like
my one friend calls it heart itchy food. It's that food that makes your heart itch.
Yikes!
Man, what a good sense of touch in there.
I didn't know like
fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
Duck fat.
Yeah, you can cook anything in duck fat.
Maybe I'm stupid. Like, is it actually fat from a duck?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
If you render out the fat,
you kill a whole duck.
Yeah,
and you take its fat and you put it in the frying
I feel
oil.
like you gotta kill a lot of ducks to get that fat.
Yeah, but you can use the oil. You can use the fat multiple times.
You'd be surprised. Ducks are fat as fuck.
These aren't
all
like
that bread.
These aren't wild ducks.
It's
They're
non-stop
ducks that are
carbs.
Like, yeah, it's ducks that are farmed.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just shove bread down their throat the whole time, or lard.
And then they get all fat.
Lard ass.
And then, yeah, I mean, duck's one of my favorite fucking proteins.
I haven't had
good duck is like amazing.
Meat. I like lamb.
I'm a big fan of lamb.
You're not a big fan?
No, I am. I am a big fan of
lamb chops. Lamb chops are the shit.
Good. Very good.
Rosemary crusted.
Oh, have you tried chicken liver?
No.
Nasty crap.
It's bad?
Yeah,
I would
try
assume it's bad.
The texture, everything about it, the taste.
Is it like an oyster?
I almost threw up. It was the worst thing I've ever had.
Is it like an oyster?
Yeah, it comes like, no. It's sort of like this loose meat, and it's not like that much. But I tried it, and I almost threw up. It was so nasty.
My mom told me my grandma used to just like loved chicken livers.
What?
And they like everyone else thought it was disgusting, and she would just like any place that had chicken livers, she just like get a ton and just eat straight chicken livers.
That's chicken liver.
I've never had it, so I can't even judge it.
I
might like
my
it.
grandmother ordered it, and I think because she was like raised on it. I feel like one of those things when you were a kid, you were like, I don't want to try it, but then you try it a bunch, and you're like, you get used to it. But yeah, man, I did not like it at all. It's very awful.
No, but these you gotta come out. Their food is good.
Oh, and
good food, yeah.
It's not even their food. They get it from like the place right down the street.
They bring it right to you though. You don't have to move.
Right.
What's this place called?
Rockwell Brewery.
Rockwell Brewery in Frederick, like near here.
Yep.
The first time I did
far away from here?
From here right now, it's 10 minutes away from here.
Ah, solid.
Yeah.
The first time I did it too, I got a
come out this Wednesday.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah.
It's for the open mic thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll actually take you up on that.
Hell yeah. What are you saying? What are you saying, Parker?
Oh, the first time I got food there, I'm like, can I get a burger and fries? And she's like, do you want a regular duck fat? And I was like, supersize me, bitch. Give me the duck fat. And it was so much food. Like, when I go there now, it's only like $6, I think, for the duck fat fries, and they give
much is
you
regular
a
fries?
fucking like $5.
Oh, it's only an extra $1 for the duck fat.
Yeah, and I mean they give you
Sounds like a
so
good
much
deal.
fucking fry. Like it's a meal.
No,
It's an entire meal.
I saw you get them. Like
It's so much fries, and they give you the dipping sauce, dude.
That's what
It's
I
so
get
good.
Wednesday. I'm gonna get the duck fat fries.
Do it.
they're good, man.
They're
Do
still open and functioning while the open mics.
All of our friends will disrespect your body the whole time because that's what they were doing with Parker.
That's most people.
What do they do
I got a
again?
beer belly.
They were just like calling you fat the whole time. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And not even like just like, oh man, Parker's eating these things, he's fat. They were going deep into his psyche, going like you can't resist these because you're so fat. Like there was weird shit. Like I'm not doing.
Oh no, it's because see the thing that you don't know about me, Ryan Grimes, that you'll learn soon is that I'm a horrible, horrible human being, and so like all those people there, like especially Sam Cobb. I've said some horrible, horrible things to Sam Cobb. So him like him in that group like making fun of me is not like they're just yeah, I earned it probably.
I just know
at some point.
podcast Parker. Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
He's a better person.
I keep up appearances.
Yeah, but you
You
seem
know.
like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Just gonna get the second we start sharing
Well,
the
also,
bank
I just
account,
like-
all of a sudden, you know, oh man, well all the money's gone. What happened?
I just like fucking with Sam Cobb a lot. He's one of my favorite people to mess with.
I just got him on.
Well, he's such
one
a
of the next
bitch.
shows.
Like,
Yeah.
no offense,
I
Sam.
haven't
I
seen
know
him
you
in a
heard
while,
that.
but he
I love
hit me
Sam.
up and
I
he
love him
was
to
like,
death too.
But he's so much fun to mess with. He like gets so riled up sometimes. You just like, no. If you didn't get riled up, I wouldn't be messing with you.
It's
You know what
because
I
he's
mean?
so tiny,
And he wears those ridiculous outfits.
skinny jeans. He
I
wears
forget when he had the
skinny
thing
jeans.
when he had his shirt like up on his head, like wrapped,
What do
like
you mean, like
a
a hoodie?
Sikh.
Like a hoodie,
No, yeah, he took his shirt off, and he wrapped it around his head,
like a Hindu.
like a Sikh or a, I don't know.
That's what
a
Hindu is,
headdress.
right?
No,
Sikh
I
Hindu?
don't think Hindus wear headdresses that much.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it sounds like.
Google this, Taylor.
Oh my
It's our
god.
Google. He's our fucking
here
Jamie.
Googling.
For the
Okay,
day.
also, can I just preface this by saying there are like 70 million different sects of Hinduism too. It's a very polytheistic religion with each
Do Hindus
region.
wear it,
Just
or
like
do
touch.
Indians
Huh?
wear it?
Jesus fucking Christ.
No, you're correct on that one, Parker.
Yeah, you were so right. I lied about the Google result. I acted like I lied, but I actually lied, and one of the senses was temperature.
Definitely temperature.
Are you guys just fucking with me again? I can't
Yeah,
trust you.
yeah,
We're fucking with
Oh, god damn it!
Yeah.
You got me again.
Yeah,
Damn
you're-
it!
Yeah.
Got him again.
Yeah,
You
you're-
gave me just enough hope to take it away. You know what I mean?
You know
I
what's-
wish I went further with it.
You know what's great about that? Parker is about to be a dick. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I
Fuck
fucking told
you?
you.
It was what is temperature? It's one of the senses, man.
I maintain I'm correct, but
I told
just
you
don't
I touched
feel like
heat.
debating it anymore.
You're not correct.
Yeah, I'm sure if I went to your hospital and talked to one of your like neurologists,
I'm telling you right now, if you go to my hospital and talk to a neurologist
yeah,
about this,
and ask them
about
if
the sense of heat and touch, they'll throw you in the psych ward.
I dare,
Like,
I
oh, one of
swear
the
to God,
psych
if I'm
patients
like,
got out.
can you separate
Haven't you
the
ever watched Barney
sensation?
before?
Can
Like,
you
Five
separate-
Senses?
Can you separate the sensation of like touching something from the temperature of that? Is there any difference in what neuron fires for those two things? I'm sure they're
It
gonna
is
say
a-
I'm right.
You're right on that.
Exactly.
But it
Thank
all
you. Thank you very much.
No, it all correlates
Rest my
under the
case.
sense of touch.
Yeah.
We're not.
Are we doing this
Fucking
again?
Christ.
Are we
We're-
talking about how
I
wrong
thought-
you are again?
Oh my God. Okay.
Yes, pause.
How can I explain this to fucking simpletons that are in this room right now?
We are hearing you 100%, Parker.
Yeah, man.
It's like
I don't
you're
know.
saying
Isn't it
it's like
so great when someone's so wrong and thinks that you're the dumb one?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
I know.
it's like I'm trying to think of
Go
an
right ahead,
example.
man. Do
Oh,
whatever
get ready.
dumb thing you're about to do.
Get ready. It's like we're naming like the types of restaurants. And I'm like, and you're like fast food? That's one of the types. And I'm like, well, there's a difference between like a KFC and an Arby's. And you're like, yeah, but they're all fast food. And I'm like, well, what I'm saying is that a KFC is different than an Arby's. And you're like, yeah, but they're all fast food, though.
Yeah.
And you just completely ignoring all of the stuff I said right there.
No, I'm not ignoring what you just said. They're all fast food, Parker.
Yeah, I would have chose different restaurants for that analogy. Arby's and KFC are kind of...
kill
And even if he
myself.
goes like...
Which one do
I'm
you
gonna
prefer?
kill
I don't
myself.
even know.
Even if he goes like this, he goes, KFC and fucking... What's a really good restaurant?
Fucking...
Ruth's Chris.
Whatever that is.
Fachi.
Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen and KFC. They're all restaurants.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes!
And you're saying that Hell's Kitchen is the same thing as Arby's.
It's a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes!
And I'm saying there's a difference between Hell's Kitchen and an Arby's.
Yes,
and you're going, but they're both restaurants, and I'm going, but there's a difference between the two of them. They can be
Yes.
separated.
Parker, you're correct, but guess what?
Thank you, I'm correct. Thank you.
No,
Mark
no,
it.
no. They
Mark
all
it down.
go- they
Court
all-
adjourned.
They both serve food in their restaurant.
They both go under the definition of restaurant.
My whole point that I made
It's
was
wrong.
that
It's stupid.
there's a difference between the sensation of itching and the sensation of temperature.
Yes, you're correct with that. But you were trying
Thank
to tell
you.
me, you know, that wasn't even your point. Your point was that there was a whole
You just
nother
said I'm
sense.
correct.
Well,
Huh?
I was wrong.
Okay, how can
about
you have
you being
how
correct?
can you have different sensations but they're the same sense? That doesn't make any sense at all. Boom.
But they all are the sense of touch. It's different
Jesus
sensors.
fucking Christ, you
per
dense
touch.
motherfucker! How can I explain this
I'm gonna go
Oh my
for it.
god! Oh my god!
Hey, go ahead and Google the senses again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say is
How can you have two different senses that are the same sense? It doesn't make any. It doesn't make any logic.
Parker, because they're two different touch senses.
Then they're not the same sense.
They're not the
Oh
same
my
sense,
god!
but
You
they're-
can't have two
they're-
different senses that are the same
They're
sense.
categorized.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're categorized under the underlying sense of touch.
Touch is a broader category to describe sub-senses.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I've been saying this entire time. You dense cunt.
Don't call me dense when we agree.
That's what I said at the beginning, and you're like, no, but it's touch.
No,
But it's touch, though.
And you know what? We didn't even agree. That's not what the fuck you said. You said there was a specific sense of temperature.
Yes.
And itchy. There's a sense of. I'm talking about the underlying base 5 senses that we have. You said that.
Oh my god.
This
I
might be
can't
the
do
dumbest
this.
argument
I can't
of
do
all
this.
time.
I can't do this.
You can't do this. I can't do this.
Do you not get? Feeling hot and cold feels different than itching.
Oh my. Yes.
Agree. I win. Boom.
You don't win.
Yes.
It's all underlying in the sense of touch. Your touch has different sensories. Oh my god, Parker.
Touch
just
is
found
a
the article.
categorization.
I was trying to
But
help
the-
him. I found something
The
that's
original-
labeled the 12 senses.
Man, you drew.
Thank you.
I really.
Thank you.
Go through the 12 senses.
All right.
Is
hold
one
up.
of them Parker's a bitch? Like,
That's the first one.
It's funny when
The first one is
funny when I
actually-
did that joke. I did that joke way better. But
you actually did. I actually forced that one really badly.
All right. Life. Some of this is bullshit. Sense of touch, of life, of movement,
Of life.
of balance.
That might be real.
balance
Yeah.
is a sense.
Balance is legit. Balance might be legit.
External world. That was your body. Now, external world. Smell, taste, sight, temperature.
Thank you.
Well, good thing he wasn't close to the mic, so no one even
But-
heard it.
but-
No one even heard him say temperature.
But this discredits the whole thing. The immortal sense. The spiritual
You're not
world.
helping me at all, Taylor. The
This-
immortal sense.
It's spiritual world. Ego thought.
For those listening, my hand is in the air.
Yeah,
In
I
a
think
fist because I win.
yeah.
You don't know. You don't
This
win.
article is not
This is a shit article.
the spiritual sense.
Did Parker write this?
Yeah, no, it says Parker.
See when this was
Brown.
wrote. Parker Brown. What's today's date?
He wrote
It was
5
back in my
minutes
crystal
ago.
days. I wrote that article back when I was healing people with, rubies and sapphires.
Have you ever met somebody that was into that?
Yes.
Believed
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Believed it? You met someone that believed it?
Yes.
Dude,
My friend's
I
mom
had
believes that hardcore. She also has tuning forks, which you hit and like you hold it to you, and it's supposed to give you zen.
I had this one hippie chick I met.
She's
They gave
weird.
me a crystal, and she said to recharge it, hold it up under a full moon, and I'm like, well, what does it do? And she goes, I don't know.
It recharges.
And I'm like, why the fuck am I recharging it then?
You know, it's just you just have a cool crystal now that's charged.
It's charged crystal.
Charged as crystal.
Charged crystal.
This shit's charged.
I don't know.
Do with it.
I mean, all that stuff. Like, it sucks when you find out that like chiropractic is mostly made up bullshit too.
Well, not.
Yeah.
It's not bad with getting everything in line, but like what you were saying there, like they do try to size it up a bit and act like they can help you out with your nerves and everything like that.
I feel like that's the same with acupuncture.
Excuse me?
Acupuncture is completely.
Acupuncture. Is it legit?
No, it's completely made up. It's
It's
Chinese.
made up?
It's Chinese medicine. Yeah.
Well,
I've
the
had
only
it. It
reason I
seems-
say that
it
is
felt
because
good.
the woman I was just
They
talking
done-
about
they done
who's into the crystals
double-blind-
and bullshit. She's like so into acupuncture, so I've always put it in the category as like
You just
Marianne bullshit.
It's like whatever this woman
Meridian.
believes, it's not good, not
No,
true.
She believes it's very true.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like anything that she believes, you're like, nah.
Oh yeah,
that
exactly.
can't be
Yeah,
it.
anything she believes, like I just sort of like, nah, it's not true.
Mm.
Yep.
No, it's yeah. I mean, that's all the like Eastern medicine. It's like acupuncture and Reiki.
Excuse me?
Reiki.
What's that?
It's where someone aligns your like chi and your chakra without touching you.
Sounds made up.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That seems.
Oh yeah, it's so fake.
We just go, hey.
They go like they put their hands like real close to your body. Like we're flowing your chi down. We're flowing your chi right down.
Oh,
I
what
totally
a
don't
jackass.
believe in
Negative
like horoscopes, but like the first time I looked mine up, maybe they're all written to be like this, but I was just like, that's spot on. Like
That's like a strictly woman thing to believe.
I know, I
What,
don't believe in it.
horoscopes?
I've never heard one guy go like, hey, what's my horoscope?
Yeah,
Like, it's always a woman.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what I think is hilarious is
I
all
looked
these
mine up,
all these
though.
people that are like if you're against vaccines, you're anti-science and you shouldn't do that. But they're like, my horoscope today told me that Taurus, and it's like, all right, so do you believe in science
You
or do you
discredit
believe
it.
in
Yeah,
made up stuff?
stars aligning.
I've had women who I was thinking about dating bring up our horoscopes and be like, oh, you're a Scorpio and I'm such and such.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
they
difference between it being like fun. If it's
Yeah.
for fun,
No, she wasn't being fun
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
She was talking about how things might not work out, so I dumped
Because
it.
look, I'll tell you right now,
Yes,
I'm a Ravenclaw all the way. I ain't dating no Hufflepuffs, okay? But that shit's for fun. You know what I mean? Like that's like I'm not gonna be like
I love me a good
like
Hufflepuff.
I love you, but you're like a Slytherin and I'm like a Gryffindor, and that's just like I just know that like the Sorting Hat, you know, like. But some girls are like that. Like there's the old joke that's like Mercury being in retrograde isn't an excuse for you to be a bitch, Karen, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I killed 7 people. Oh well, Mercury is in retrograde, you know.
Right.
I love that meme where it's like horoscope girls be like, I'm sorry I cheated on you and slept with your dad, but I'm a jalapeno. Sorry.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
not what,
Jalapeno.
it's not what it says. It's like,
Oh, it's like, okay.
it says something like that.
I think it does intentionally get like it's not a real horoscope. It's like, but I'm a jaguar.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that sounds real.
Yeah.
I'll think of it as soon as we're done.
You wanna
But I
do-
mean, like,
I have another. Is it cool if I go to the bathroom?
yeah, that's fine.
oh no.
Cool.
So when you go up these steps over here,
Yep.
just take a right. You're gonna pass the kitchen. Take another right, and it's the door right there in the hallway.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. Nothing but rights.
Nothing but right.
How long you working this job you're doing, Parker?
I've been there on and off for like 4 years now.
You gonna keep it up, or like how many more years of school you got left?
2.
Okay.
So
what's like your goal with your job? Like, what job are you looking to land once you get out?
junior software developer.
What? I'm like retarded when it comes to this. I have no idea what
I
what
don't
that
really
entails.
know 100%. I mean, I still have to do, like, I really want to do this cryptography course, which is more like security stuff, and see if I'm good at that, because I'm, like, really math brained.
Oh,
Like,
no,
I'm
I've
really,
noticed.
yeah, I'm really, not to toot my own horn, but I'm like,
You're good at math.
I'm really good at, I'm thinking about double majoring in math and computer science.
I'm decent at math, and you've seen me try to do math. It's terrible. Like, you're very good at math.
Well, that's like how fast you can do something. That's not like real math. You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean?
Like calculus and statistics.
I think how fast you can do something actually correlates to how well you can do it.
No, I mean,
Like, if I can make a table, but it takes me 17 years, the guy who can make a table in 2 days is way better at making tables, even though we made the same quality table.
it'd be like saying, to use your own analogy, it'd be like saying, like whoever can like stack the most toothpicks, that determines how good of a carpenter you're gonna be.
No,
Whereas carpenters is big, you know.
I don't think so. In my analogy, it would be two people are making they're carpenters, and they're both making desks, and they make the same quality desk, but one of them finishes it 2 weeks earlier than the other.
Yeah.
That's a better carpenter.
I'll just say that there are like notable mathematicians that were known for being bad at like pen and paper calculations that were very influential in math, you know.
Like, they're very slow at those pen and paper calculations,
Like,
you mean?
they get them wrong a lot.
They get them wrong
Like,
a
I
lot,
think
you said?
there's one dude named Von Neumann, who is one of the last like polymaths. Like, he did tons of computers. Yeah, of course. Here you go. I got you.
Here, have one of mine.
No, I don't want this one.
You good?
Yeah. So, go ahead, sir.
You're the fucking man.
No problem. No, but this dude Von Neumann,
Thank
he
you.
did like chemistry, physics, math, and computer science, and I think he was known for being like really smart, but he just sucked at like 20 times 47. You know what I mean?
It's like, I don't think I'm smart,
No, I don't know what you mean.
But I am so bad at fucking spelling. Like, I can't spell anything.
No,
I'm terrible.
I've
I
gotten
can't
worse.
spell
I've
the
gotten
word
worse
anything.
somehow.
It's because, okay, do you guys use the speak to text in your phone?
Yes.
That's
every
what
time.
fucked me, man.
Yeah.
Fucked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because back in the day, we would type something out on a computer, and then that little fucking paperclip with the eyes would pop up and be like, hey, you sure you want to spell like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit. Like, it would
I
literally
still can't-
degrade you.
I still
Yeah.
can't spell tomorrow.
I can't spell
Really?
That's one I can. I always get it wrong every single time I type it out on my phone. And it shows up with a little red. And I'm like, they know exactly what I'm saying.
How do you spell it?
I think I normally do like TOMMOR.
You double limit. You double limit.
I think that might be it.
I can't.
Watch, I'm going to look like an idiot and it's double
Yeah,
limit. I have no
yeah.
idea.
I can't spell fucking definitely. It's a hard one.
The funny thing is, he literally sent me a message that only said the word definitely.
Really?
Like 2 days ago, when I was like, "Are you gonna be here at 1:30 or 12:30?" He goes, "Definitely."
Defiantly.
Really? Yeah, it was probably defiantly, and you just didn't realize.
Defiant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so dyslexic. It didn't. I can't
That's
even
why
spell.
I was like, a couple of minutes later, I was like, "Fuck you, defiantly."
Defiantly, I will be there.
I don't know if you saw when I got here. I had the bird going.
Oh, I did not see that,
Nah, it's
but
good.
I'm glad to know that's what was going on.
Uh,
I tried to spell the word pomegranate a little while back,
Oh, yeah.
and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
No, can you guys
Oh,
spell
wow.
pomegranate?
No, I'm
No,
not going to try.
I got a joke about pomegranate.
Do you? What is
Well,
it?
I just tried it. Or, like, I haven't tried it, but
What
I
do
just
you-
read it.
what's
Well, it's
the
about,
gist?
like, I was at a friend's house, and, like, a friend's lake house, and it was the same friends whose mom is into the acupuncture and the bullshit, and she's a super health nut.
Mhm.
And, like, she didn't have much food because they hadn't gone shopping yet. And I was, like, looking for a snack. She's like, we have carrots, but I don't like carrots. But I wasn't going to say that. Like, I don't. But she's like, we have pomegranates. And the joke is like, I like pomegranates, but I'm starving. Like, if you did the math, I get hungry at the same rate of time it takes to eat pomegranates. Like, if I was trapped on a deserted island with nothing but an endless supply of pomegranates,
That's starch.
I think I'd have to eat forever.
Right.
Like, nonstop all day, or I'd die.
That's got some promise.
Yeah, use the millions of seeds to spell help on the beach. But I was like, sure, yeah, I love pomegranates. Sat there eating them, like, yeah, it's a fucking Yankee Candle.
I didn't get that last part.
It's like a pomegranate
Yankee
scented
Candle.
Yankee Candle.
Oh, I get it now.
Keep up, Brian Grimes. Did you guys watch the fights last night?
I watched the highlights of the fights last night,
What
and I'm
fight?
telling you right now, Nate
fights?
Diaz. I watched that whole fight. That shit. He's my favorite fighter right now.
Dude, I did not have it. I did not have it going. I had a
What do
Pettis.
you mean? You had Pettis?
Yeah.
Dude, the first round he got.
He's
him on
been out for 3 years. What are you talking about?
What's that correlate with the actual round scoring? The first round he had him on the goddamn ground the whole time, fucking him up. The second round, maybe you can call even. In the third round, Nate definitely won.
Nate Diaz won that fight. My prediction going into that fight was that Nate Diaz wasn't going to win that fight.
My apologies. I thought you said that you
That's all
had the scoring.
Oh no! You
Pettis.
can't. I think that was 3 rounds to Diaz.
Cool.
I was so happy when I was watching that because he came out and he looked a little janky, but once he got in that second round, his kind of he doesn't have crisp boxing, but his style of
crisp.
It's like looping, dude.
I know, but that's
it's his style.
It's his style, though.
That's exactly what I was saying.
It works.
Was his style.
But that's crisp for him. Like
it's not crisp for any other boxer on the face of the planet.
I know, but it's it's not normal, so it works a little bit better. You know what I mean? And the weird thing with the Diaz brothers is they'll come out here and tag you up a little bit, and they won't even go full core. And they're in such good shape. Pettis got tired within the second round.
Well, he also, dude, Diaz has that great clinch though. That's the thing is he just hangs on you. He was just hanging on Pettis for a lot of that, and he took his back in round 1 too.
Yeah.
What's a clinch?
A clinch is when you're if you're standing up and you're grabbing them.
Yeah.
And they're grabbing you, but you haven't gone to the ground yet.
Say I got you by the back of the head.
Yeah.
And I'm just leaning on you, and I'm shoving my goddamn head into your head.
Yeah.
That's.
It looks sentimental.
Yeah, there's also
I miss you, bro.
I can also have you anything that you're really grabbing, getting really close to somebody,
yeah,
and then bouncing off real quick, and then throwing an elbow or an uppercut or something.
I see.
That's typically, and this is I'm very novice. Did 2 months of Muay Thai, so yeah, but that's what a clinch is.
Yeah,
I see.
And then DC lost.
Yeah, I was upset about that one.
I didn't, dude. I watched that whole fight. And I was like, DC's got this.
I really did.
Stipe better do something. And then when he started landing those body shots, I was like, okay, but it's late 4th round. What are those gonna do? You know what I mean? And then he used that to set up the upstairs, and I was just like, all right, Stipe.
When he slammed Stipe that one time,
yeah.
At that point, because that has to hurt. You know what I mean?
No, not as bad as you think it would. No. Not if you land on it the right way.
Yeah, but when he did that, I was like, oh, fuck. I thought he set a toe in there, and Daniel was going to take it from there. But,
well, he didn't go do his wrestle. He didn't try to wrestle the rest of the fight. That was one of the things he said in his post-fight interview, was he wished he had wrestled more in the 4th round.
I mean, you would think an Olympic wrestler would do nothing but that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Yoel Romero doesn't. And he's a silver medalist in freestyle wrestling. I mean,
yeah.
Besides Henry Cejudo, there's not a more pedigreed wrestler than Yoel Romero, and he just tries to throw nuclear bombs.
But do you think the popularity of people like Conor McGregor play into that, where he's knocking people out, and all of a sudden, because people like the knockouts, all these wrestlers try to stand up instead of actually winning the fight. They instead of having a good strategy wrestling and win the fight, they try to knock somebody out with a haymaker because they know that's what sells. And that's what gets you more fans.
I don't think that's it at all. I think you land a little bit in the stand up, even if you take a little bit, and you start feeling yourself, and you abandon your game plan. Because it's much more fun to
hit somebody
than go into a grindy. I'm going to have you in the clinch, and I'm going to slowly work till I get a good grip, and then I'm going to try and take you down. You're going to get back up, then I'm going to take you down again, and I'm finally going to past their guard,
Yeah, even though that's
and
what you're
then I can
amazing
maybe
at.
start
Are they
hitting
really
you.
thinking about fun though? They're just going for the win.
No, well,
You
not
feel
fun.
you feel like you're winning.
I think
you feel like you're
I think the
winning.
better thing
I
would be
feel
more
that.
adrenaline.
Yeah.
More adrenaline that you have going, and like what you said, that you feel like you're winning.
I see what you're saying.
Hmm.
And like you get hyped up so much, you think, oh yeah, I can strike with this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe I am the better striker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you get knocked out.
Well, I mean, you look at Khabib versus Conor. You know what he didn't try and do? Stand up with him. First 5 seconds, he just took a terrible, like not terrible for anybody else. It would be a terrible shot, but this terrible outside shot from fucking 7 feet away from the dude, and he just somehow kept him down. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, that's how you beat Conor.
You just grab him.
I mean, but dude, the thing that's crazy is that Conor Diaz's second fight was so close. I think Conor did win it, but it's razor fucking close. And I remember the first time I watched it, I thought Diaz won because he got that takedown at the end of the 5th round, and I was like, "That's it."
It's
That's
a very
the fight.
equal. It's a very equal fight. I think in the first fight when they were doing it, if Conor had a better understanding that he wasn't going to be able to knock Nate out like he knocked out the people in the weight class underneath of him,
Yeah.
I think it would have been a much better fight as well. Because that's what happened in the last one. He realized that he needed to because half the fight. I don't know if you watched the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Half the fight, Conor would come in, punch a little bit. Nate would come at him, and then Conor would literally run across.
He's so
The
gassed.
yeah, because he got gassed as fuck. Ran across
does
the
that
octagon.
mean?
Huh?
You're
Is
out
that
of
gas?
stamina.
He just got tired.
Tired.
Alright.
Yeah, so he would when he got tired, he would literally just kind of run away from him,
Yeah.
and it was very obvious that he was running away from him, and he'd catch his breath real quick and then come back for another.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
you gotta go.
I gotta go.
Oh.
It went by quick, man.
Yeah, it did.
All right, let's do the sign-offs. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Parker Brown. This is Ryan Grimes.
And I'm Taylor Zaruba.
Perfect.
All right, very
Awesome.
good. You can catch Taylor Zaruba's comedy show bi-weekly. When's the next one?
August 28th.
And it's at the
Wednesday. Ellicott Mills Brewing Company at 8 o'clock in Old Ellicott City. It's going to be a fun one.
Yep. I was on there last Wednesday. The show's always great. It's a free show. Go on out. Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Of course, man. I had so much fun.
Peace out,
All right,
everyone.
Peace out, peeps.
Peace.